Hello, my name's Jon Sermon. I'm a church leader based in the UK, and throughout this COVID pandemic, I have been recording these short messages of encouragement for people. I think it's important that we receive the encouragement we can get to help us through the difficult times. We in the UK, of course, are right on the edge of what may be an easing of the situation. And whilst we could celebrate and be grateful for the progress that is being made, especially with vaccination, we are also mindful that there are countries where the situation is far, far more serious still than we are currently in. I think of Uganda in particular, where I have a strong contact through a charity called Romans 1:11 Trust. It's all about mutual encouragement between the UK and Africa, and our major contacts are with Uganda, although we have some links with other African countries as well. The situation in Uganda, I keep getting feedback from my friends there. It's in a very tight lockdown with huge numbers and hospitals being overwhelmed and a high level of COVID deaths. And really our hearts go out to the Ugandans and others in countries like Brazil and India and elsewhere where the situation is still so bad. So how can we be encouraged when we're aware of such difficulties? Well, it's not always straightforward, is it? Let's face it. These problems are real. The virus is real. It really does make people ill. It can cause death. And in nations all across the world, that's what pandemic means. After all, this virus has been causing mayhem. And of course we are right to be cautious and take appropriate precautions. We are right to be mindful of hygiene and health and trying to avoid the situations that risk spreading the virus. And we're right to be aware that it reminds us of our own mortality. That sounds like bad news. Well, if there were no bad news, in a sense there couldn't be good news. It's like the old jokes about bad news and good news work. That if nothing had gone wrong, you wouldn't need it to go right again. And in a sense, in big picture stuff, that's true, as well as in trivial jokes. And so, for example, the big picture that our own human rebellion spoils our relationship with God is bad news that sets the basis for the good news that Jesus Christ came to restore that relationship at the cost of self-giving on the cross. And that's something that's really hard to get our heads around. But I have found, not just for myself, but with many people I work alongside, that coming to realise that and surrendering our desire to be self-sufficient and self-important and acknowledging God for who he is and acknowledging Jesus, Son of God, for what he has done for us, makes such a difference. And the sort of difference it makes is that we're still just as exposed to the virus and all the other dangers of life, still just as likely to become ill or to die, yet knowing that we're safe even so in God's hands. Now I want to encourage you with this thought, that even if you've never even begun to explore faith, you can, and you can come to a position of knowing that security in this life and beyond that comes from a relationship with God through Jesus Christ. So whoever you know who is experiencing this already, it would be good to talk to them, ask them about it, seek help in a journey of spiritual discovery, because God wants you to come to know him. God bless you.